blue sky above RAF Akrotiri, 2 GR4s returned from a sortie over Syria. Beginning life as a humanitarian aid mission, Shader has grown into one of the RAF's most complex ever combat operations. 4 years on, Islamic State as a military force is largely defeated. After routing the terror group from Mosul and its headquarters in the Syrian city of Raqqa, earlier this year the coalition launched Operation Roundup to clear the last remnants of IS and finally defeat Daesh.
I think you can characterise us as we're targeting that hardcore element that's left. There's no ramping up or ramping down. It's just about different phases. And what we see ourselves now is in that final stage of removing those hardened fighters that have sought solace somewhere down in the southern eastern part of Syria. And we're having really good success at closing that out. So now I'm very confident that we will see the ultimate demise of Daesh in the southeastern part of Syria, but it will take some time to do that.
Since it swept across Iraq and Syria in the summer of 2014, IS is estimated to have lost 98% of the territory it once controlled. The US-led coalition says it believes it's killed 50,000 Islamic State fighters. Those that remain have retreated to 2 separate parts of eastern Syria, the Middle Euphrates River Valley, known to the military as the Merv, and another pocket further north around Dashisha on the border with Iraq. Here, IS is surrounded by Syrian Democratic Forces, the SDF, mainly Kurdish soldiers, backed by the US-led coalition. In the Merv, they have SDF attacking on their eastern side and Syrian government troops backed by Russian air power closing in from the west. Islamic State splinter cells have also re-emerged in the desert of central Iraq, and the RAF is also involved in attacking them there too. Tornado GR4s have been involved in Shader from the very start, gathering intelligence and launching hundreds of airstrikes against IS. Squadron leader Colin Bostrom is a Tornado weapons systems operator. He's been deployed on numerous Shader tours and seen the fight against IS evolve over time.
I think the range of missions Tornado's completed over the years has changed. Certainly when I first arrived in Shader, we flew aid from this hangar over to Mount Sinjar and supporting refugees with the rest of our coalition partners. To missions that I've flown today, where actually we're now supporting the defeat of Daesh, dropping weapons and providing Einstein support of them. The most intensive period is when we're targeting, especially over Mosul. We've spent several months targeting in that area, and with the dense environment, then it put crews under a lot of pressure to make sure they delivered the end result.
And for Islamic State, this is what that end result looks like. The coalition had intelligence this group of buildings in Syria was an IS weapons store. 2 RAF Tornadoes attacked the complex with guided bombs, demolishing the buildings and 2 cargo trucks parked nearby. The Tornado usually carries 500-pound paveway guided bombs and brimstone missiles. A team of specialists fit the weapons, then arm the aircraft just before takeoff.
We load up with the same thing every time it goes flying, so mission doesn't matter to us, but sometimes they do deliberate strikes and they want different bombs. That's the only time that there's ever any change as to what we load on the jet. We have there's a team of 6 of us. Very rarely we'll separate into different teams, but normally we load the jet as one big team. It's more when they come back empty, that's when you think about what they've been doing, and we do have opportunities to see where they've dropped them, what they've done, and it's nice knowing that we're provided to protect the country and the military is doing its job.
The RAF's Tornado came into service in 1979. From the Gulf War to Iraq and Afghanistan, and now the fight against Islamic State, they've been involved in every major UK military operation for more than 25 years. Next March, the Tornado is due to retire. But for now, this most iconic of fast jets is still very much on the front line, flying daily missions at the sharp end of Shader.